What's going on, everybody? It's Glenn for the latest news, and if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get into SmackDown tonight show. We started the night off with the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. He came out there with Jimmy Uso. But before he get a word out, Jay Uso came out and pretty much was trying to tell Roman that this here Sami Zayn out. And the Sami Zayn made his appearance, and all Sami Zayn wanted the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns to do was apologize to Jay, which he kind of did, but then he kind of brushed it off. You know, the ego is getting in the way of the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns early in the night. But later in the night, we saw a little different, but we get into what happened throughout the show before the end of the night. Randy Orton was out there. He came out there storming, looking for KO, and KO came out there and showed face, went out there and try to handle business with Randy Orton, and which he did in the worst way because he did a move that we haven't seen in quite some time, the power driver, which is like a banned move, which probably not as banned as it may seem now that he did the move, but yeah, Randy Orton ended up getting hurt behind the power driver that KO hit him with. There's no telling how long they're gonna have him out for. Maybe they have him out for a few weeks. Leading up to War Games Survivor Series. Because yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know Cody was by his side, but I don't know. He's definitely got to get his get back on KO after all of that. But then I feel like that'd be the perfect time for him to, turn heel on Cody. But that's a whole nother can of worms right now. We still got to get past the first chapter of this whole story with KO and Randy Orton. But throughout the night, you had DIY. Tommaso Ciampa was just so heated, throughout the whole night, especially with his partner Johnny Gargano. He's all back there talking to the Motor Machine Guns, and Tommy he wasn't having that, man. They had a match with DIY had a match with Pretty Deadly, which Tommaso Ciampa just dominated the match. He didn't even tag in Johnny, and I mean I guess that's pretty much set up for design too, for Tommaso Ciampa to turn heel on Johnny Gargano, so they can have a nice, great match like did back in the black and gold days of NXT. Cause them guys definitely had a great match. I remember watching that match. That's when NXT was actually really, really good, and they had a really good match. So I'm guessing that everybody want to see those guys have a match again, and possibly. I would say that for WrestleMania, had those guys have they rematch. If they is gonna break the team up, which it's looking like it's gonna happen, have them fight it out at WrestleMania. We only got like about about 2.5, 3 months to WrestleMania. So I would just have those guys, if you want to split them, have them feud it out into WrestleMania, and let them tear the house down at WrestleMania and let them get their WrestleMania moments. Because I don't believe they really had a WrestleMania moment like that DIY, or just them period as an individual, or anything like that. So I feel like they definitely deserve that moment if they're gonna split the team, which is looking like it's what's gonna happen. I mean, we seen the bloodline, the original bloodline, get back together and stuff like that. But as we know it, more teams is expected to split. And then I'm hearing, which I already expect myself. I already mentioned it in my last, I believe my last few videos with the New Day. They got this all 10-year anniversary thing celebration coming up. I don't know which week they're gonna do. I don't know if they're doing it next week, the following week. I'm not too sure what week it is, but they've been talking about it. I just got some like recent like buzz about it, like, but like I said, it's like I already knew where they was going with it. possibly turning Xavier Woods heel in the process of their celebration. They trying to they I'm hearing that they definitely gonna like swerve us with the whole celebration thing with the New Day. I believe Big E is definitely gonna be a part of that as well. Like I said, I'm not too sure if he's able to take any type of bumps or hits or whatsoever. They've been keeping Big E like health like quite a secret. It's been about 2 years, 2 years now. I believe like about 2 years, almost 3 years now. Um, that I'm not saying he's cleared, but they've been really just keeping it from us. Like he's been doing the PLE announcements and stuff like that, but I'm sorry, commentary. But they really been not been talking much about his health as far as returning to the ring or taking some type of bumps or whatever the case may be. But I'm hearing with the 10 year celebration of the New Day is going to be some type of crazy swerve. I'm hearing, which I already expect. It's just I don't know what type of swerve is going to be. More than likely, like I said, it could be like a Xavier Woods heel turn because he definitely been showing signs of just not just feeling certain things. And then that thing that happened last week was just with the tag. He didn't even well he tagged himself in when Kofi Kingston was hot or whatever the case may be. But we gon' that's like a whole nother can of worms to open up. I'm gonna finish up with with what happened on SmackDown. Um, Scranton who she had Bailey had a match. I'm not sure who she was fighting. I'm not too sure who she's. Candice LeRae, and that was a live match. They also announced the women's United States Championship, which looks great. Shout out to the women's division. They definitely earned that. It's definitely I don't know what. I guess they're gonna have some type of tournament for it to see who's gonna be crowned at the newly crowned United States Women's Championship. That's a great opportunity for the women's. They definitely deserve that opportunity. And they, what I mean, because tag team, they got the tag team titles. It's cool with them, but they not. It's not really the women's tag team division is just not as good. The men's tag team division is picking back up with City Machine Guns and etc. Bloodline, but the women's division, the tag team division, wasn't really ain't really going much anywhere. So with them and also this new singles championship for the women, it opened up more opportunities for the women, you know, rather than going for the top championship or whatever the case may be. So we get to the end of the night, though. It was supposed to have been a celebration for for Solo Sokolo's, bloodline, for him, beating the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, pinning him at the last pay per view, which was what was it? I forgot the last pay per view, but Saudi Arabia, your crown jewel, yeah, he pinned Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, so he's pretty much having his celebration or whatever the case may be. Um, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns came out by himself, and I guess he act like he was gonna acknowledge Solo, but he, the Tribal Chief wasn't going to acknowledge no Solo Skull. I know Tribal Chief. He the Tribal Chief. You know what I mean? So he like, man, I ain't announcing you no Tribal Chief. He asked the crowd, like, y'all see him as a Tribal Chief? They like, hell no. Nigga, ain't our Tribal Chief. You are Tribal Chief. You know what I mean? So, well, all that went down. They end up whooping Roman Reigns' ass again, like they been doing. But to Roman's defense, he actually had some help. Of course, Jimmy and Jay came out along with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, he came out there as well. He was a little. He stood back for quite some time while Jimmy and Jay ran to the ring and try to give Tribal Chief Roman Reigns a hand. And to Solo was like, "Yo, Sammy, come down here," because Sammy, I mean, Solo was pretty much, uh, I guess he trying to grow a wedge between them. He was pretty much saying, "Yeah, Sammy is he gonna be with us," which is it's kind of an eyebrow raiser because now they gonna have a match or a Survivor Series War Game match. What if Sami Zayn do turn on Roman and what if that does happen? Like they just swerve us dramatically. He end up joining Solo's bloodline. I mean, that would be the most craziest swerve in the story if that happens. Because I mean, Solo is still convinced that even after all of that, that Sami Zayn is gonna be part of his bloodline. But we saw it at the end of the night. It definitely looked like Sami Zayn was a part of his original bloodline, but for Solo to mention that, you got to take that in stride. Like, what if Sami Zayn, when it comes to the match, to War Games, when it's all said and done, what if he does join Solo's bloodline instead of Roman's bloodline? Because it's something to think about, man. It's definitely something. I mean, I hope it don't happen for I don't know, for the sake of just keeping it even. Even though I'm hearing like more family members is on their way, they just recently signed uh another family member, one of Roman Reigns' cousins. I forgot his name, Lance Noah, I think. He just recently got signed. Then you still got who is it? Tola Tonga and Zilla Fatu possibly signing with the company. So I don't know where they gonna go with them. More than likely, they're gonna try to put them a part of the storyline. I see this thing playing out maybe a little past WrestleMania or a little during WrestleMania. This thing gonna be playing out for quite some time now, as far as the bloodline storyline, because it's like a lot of more family members is signing with the company, and we already know they gonna already put them in that storyline some way somehow because they family, and it would just make sense, I guess, to do that. To have some type of spots for those guys, because from when they first come to the WWE or whatever the case may be. But SmackDown was our show. It was definitely better than WWE. I mean, excuse me. It was definitely better than Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was trash this week. SmackDown definitely didn't expect certain things. Definitely delivered like they've been doing for the past couple weeks. I'm not gonna lie, but you guys let me know what y'all thought about SmackDown, which I rated. I rated a 8, but what you guys rated? Let me know in the comment section.